After struggles and setbacks aplenty here on our off-grid Irish homestead, our cottage renovation is officially back on. Woo!
Winter in the caravan is one we're determined not to repeat.
After storms, snow, man flu and cash flow problems, it feels really good to be moving ahead once more.
And that's not to mention that we've got the ticking clock of the grant deadline looming.
So, it's good to get cracking.
Good times. 7 tons of Japan's finest. Progress.
Wasn't expecting to get all the motion.
In its trench. Exciting times. The digger man has turned up with its heavy machinery. Just delivering it to site. Bank holiday Monday. I'm still feeling rough, but over the worst of it. Here is now. That's a sexy bit of groundworks machinery if I've ever seen one. Yes, please. Put that on the shopping list. I promise I've been a good boy, Santa. So, here we are. February, my birth month. Somebody's given me a birthday present in the form of a digger man. Look at this beautiful piece of machinery. 7 tons of Japan's finest. Plan of action today is to get this beast into that field and start digging. Can't quite see it, but the black header pipes are just poking out the ground over there. So I think we're going to do 4 trenches, kind of hugging the perimeter of the field here. So it's got to be 100 metres out and then 100 metres back, 4 200 metre loops. I think we're going to do 2 trenches on this side of the field, and then a further 2 trenches in the opposite direction, hugging that perimeter. It's an early birthday present for me, and it's a birthday present that I will take. So I think I'm going to put the GoPro up there and see if we can get a interesting kind of bird's eye shot of the action. Good times.
The never-ending painting project. Such a small space. It doesn't make any sense that it's taken me this long. It does make sense because I'm busy and this is a very used space, so having no one in it and having free time, those 2 things coinciding, rare. And I'm taking this opportunity, yet again, I have an hour and a half before we have horse riding. But an hour and a half is plenty to make some more progress. I'm going to continue because I am motivated by, I was going to say beauty. Would this even be beautiful? Let's just say neutral, by de-uglying this caravan. You look like Gavin after he's been rolling. Hello, buddy. You were rolling earlier, weren't you? I saw you. You've been rolling in the mud.
I feel like it. I stayed upright, I promise. Somehow the mud came to me.
At one point it looked like he was going to just bury you in that trench.
Well,
I thought
yeah,
you'd said, do you know what, just finish the job properly.
We were in a metre deep trench. So that's probably why I'm so filthy.
Lovely. What's your excuse the rest of the time?
It's just how I roll.
How you feeling about your trench?
Pretty pleased.
Yeah.
1 of 4.
1 of 4? Jeez, this field's going to be a mess when it's done then, huh? Yeah.
The trundle wheel was out of whack.
Oh, really?
So first time I measured it before we did the dig,
Yeah.
I measured 100 metres out and 100 metres back. And then once he dug most of the trench, I went with the trundle wheel in the trench and it was like 20% difference.
How
So we
weird.
ended up digging an extra bunch unnecessarily, because by the time we laid the actual pipe out,
Yeah.
it was,
Yeah.
the original measurement was right.
Better too big than too small, hey sweet.
Well, that's what she says.
You're going to do a pull-up on this one. Now you're just showing off.
I just want to do a sit down, really.
It's time for comment of the week, and this week's comment comes from Derek Bleeker, who says, I like how hubby carries you off caveman style. Very funny considering how easy it is to mispronounce his name. Yes, you wouldn't be the first one to notice that. Lots of people call him caveman. He's also said, keep the focus, don't get distracted or something. No promises, Derek, but we'll try. And speaking of Cavan's name, Patricia Byatt asked, I'd love to know, is Cavan a family name or does it mean something? Just curious where it's from, please. And Heidi went ahead and answered for us. I love it when you guys chat together in our comments. We love the sense of community that has gathered around this channel. And you're absolutely right, it is of Persian origin. Cavan is half Persian, his dad was from Iran, and he is also half Scottish. So there's an interesting blend for you, right? Thank you for your comments, everybody. Keep them coming. They make us smile every week, and we wouldn't be doing this without you.
Neighbour has just had 2 freshly born lambs. Oh, they just walked away. But hat hair. So it has been a productive first day back for the Diggerman. We've got about 50% of the geo ground loop buried. So we've got 2 runs, 2 by 200 each. So we've just got so those go round, hug the perimeter of the pony paddock here, and then double back around there, and then come back around. So yeah, 100 meters out and 100 meters back, times 2, and then we've got a further 2 times 200 to go around that perimeter there, out back, and all 8 ends will be poking out here by the header pipes here. So we've got 4 ends at the minute for the 2 loops, and we'll have another 4 ends coming here for the remaining 2 loops, all coming in here to get hooked up to the manifold. So yeah, 50% complete on the geo loop. Good day, good day's productivity. Feels good to get back at it, make some progress back on this cottage. We have got a metre wide trench, slightly over a metre actually. The bucket is 110, just over 4 foot, and a metre deep, and it's kind of semi backfilled at the minute. Hit a vein of rock here, so haven't been able to go full depth here. You can see slaty shale. Digger man was able to kind of scrape as much as he could, but we're not at full depth here. But that's okay. This was in the entire run, this was one of the only veins of rock that we hit, so we're quite lucky. You could see the quality of this spoil that's coming out. Is a large chunk of it is slate and shale. So this resistant crack pipe is going to be put to work, because it's probably got the toughest backfill that it could be possibly up against. Yeah, if we were to put some standard blue MDP pipe in here, I don't think it would stand any chance. I think it would be punctured within single-digit years. So yeah, this resistant crack pipe is going to pay for itself, I think. I mean, look at this stuff. It's basically, it's good enough for an axe head. You know, imagine that resting up against the pipework for 30, 40, 50 years. It wouldn't stand a chance. I'm really glad I spent the extra time and energy and money in getting that resistant crack pipe delivered, because yeah, nothing else would have stood a chance. Progress! It's been a messy job when the pre-wash involves hosing down your clothes. And this is why you need multiple high-vis, so that when one gets too soiled, you can wear the other one. So, momentous occasion. All of the geopipe has been buried. Well, not fully covered up, but it's in its trenches. Close enough. Good enough for the girls I go out with. So, we have got... This is the centre of operations. This is where the manifold's going to go. One trench going off that way. So 100 metres of pipe buried, 100 metres coming back. Second trench, same again. Opposite these, we've got two trenches, this going in the opposite direction. One trench already kind of semi-buried, and another trench there. So 4 trenches total. So 4 times 200 metres of geopipe in its trench. I'm feeling warm already. Big milestone. Just need to do a little bit of tidying up. Digger man needs to grade the rest of the field and fill in everywhere where we need it to be filled back in, leaving the manifold area exposed so that we can hook up the 2 big fat header pipes into the flow and return, and then hook up each of the flow and return branches from the 4 trenches for the 4 runs of the geo ground source loop. They all need to be electrofusion welded into the manifold. I don't have that tool. It's a rare beast even on the professional circuit. It's a non-existent beast in the home gamer circuit, because it's one of those tools that you only need it for this job and nothing else. Yeah, I don't have that in my arsenal. I don't think Amazon even supply it, so not even a chance of getting that on the wish list. So yeah, lunchtime.
Cracking on with the cottage renovation, it might seem odd that we're not in the cottage, we're outside. Why is this?
Well, we're still finishing off the external groundworks. So while we want to be focusing our attentions on the inside of the cottage and getting it habitable,
Pretty
and comfortable and warm, we have got to finish off all of the external groundworks before we can swap our focus.
It'll be good to get back in here.
As soon as we're back in here, it's going to feel like good progress, because you know, all this work outside is just money and energy just sunk into the ground. No one sees
Literally.
it. No one appreciates it. So
Well, we will appreciate it because it's in the interest of getting heat into this place.
yeah, sure, but we won't be living outside. We'll be living in the cottage. So
Yeah.
when we can actually start progressing, seeing some things fall into place inside the cottage, it's going to feel really positive.
Yes.
So looking forward to that.
So, because we're so eager to turn our attention back inside here, perhaps a little bit early, I've ordered some paint samples.
Important things, people.
Don't know why you
No running water.
We don't have plastered walls.
No. No heating.
No heating. No floor. We're still stood on dirt.
We don't even have walls worth painting.
I do have paint samples. There's method to my madness though, because we do need to seal with paint some of the outside of the cottage.
Yeah, all of the sandblasted areas, the windowsills.
Before we know it, we'll need a choice, and I don't like
True.
making colour choices.
True.
The only trouble is it's too cold to actually paint them right
Yeah.
now, the samples. So we've
Yeah.
got to kind of hang fire. So having gotten all excited with choosing a load of samples, we've just got to wait.
Yeah.
But we're going to share with you, once we've got the paint swatches up in the various places, we'll share, because we love you guys coming in with voting. What's your favourite? What do you think? We've got some interesting options for inside here as well. I think might surprise.
Don't like the sound of that.
Keep your eyes peeled for that. So don't forget, Friday 21st at 8 p.m. at GMT. Come and join us live. We're going to be celebrating the fact that we blew past that 50,000 subscriber count. I still get goosebumps saying it. It's absolutely insane. We love you guys. We want to hang out with you. Bring a beverage of choice. Bring your questions. Bring your jokes and silly comments and stuff. We'll have a good giggle, won't we?
Sounds good.
And you wanted to say a big thank you as well, didn't you?
Yeah, so a shout out to our Ko-fi donations and our Patreon members and all of our YouTube super thanks.
Yes.
All of those contributions make a big difference to our build, to our progress. Yeah,
And our morale.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Even, I think the most is it gives us the morale boost,
Yeah.
doesn't it? We appreciate you guys. Oh, I get a little bit, I always get a bit emotional because I just find it so, it kind of like restores your faith in humanity, doesn't it?
It
This
does,
kind of thing,
yeah.
because people are so generous and so lovely. I need a minute to compose myself. Wasn't expecting to get all emotion. Oh, it's perimenopause. Warning incoming. Coming in hot.
Right. Teenage daughter.
And a perimenopause wife.
Lovely.
In a caravan. That'll spur you on to
Yeah, if that-
speed things up.
If that's not motivation, I don't know what it is.
But seriously, we really, really appreciate you guys, and it means the world to us, doesn't
It
it?
really does.
You want to do some specific shout outs?
Yeah, so we've had some really generous members gifting us some tools from our Amazon wish list, which all these little things always make a massive difference. Because it's like death by 1,000 cuts, you know, buying or obtaining like a little tool here, a little tool there. Before you know it, I've got no money left for materials. So yeah, it makes a massive difference. So big shout out to our Amazon wish list gifters.
Thank you.
So big thanks to Jim Collins and the drill hole blowout pump. That's going to be handy for all of the chemical anchoring that I'll be doing in coming up vlogs.
I didn't understand any of that. Thanks, Jim.
Big shout out to Julie for the impact drill driver bits. They're going to be coming in handy throughout the entire project. And a big shout out to Chris and Amy for their funny gift of it was actually an epic tape measure, 10-meter Stanley tape measure.
Heavy duty stick.
Yeah, Fat Max, absolutely awesome. So it's actually replaced a lost one that I used for like the best part of 10 years in the previous Renault. They wrote a funny note saying that I didn't need to do any more rounding up anymore in typical man fashion because I've got a tape measure now. So yeah, big shout out to Chris and Amy. Thank you for that.
Our regular viewers will know which joke they were referring to.
Yeah, we enjoyed that.
What
We've got yet another gift from our very generous subscriber.
I think we should call him a benefactor at this point.
We should do, yeah. Thank you so much, man.
Thanks, Clay.
Really, really appreciate it. Special shout out to Clay. Legend.
Finally, a big shout out to Senan, who's gifted me some work gloves. Best of luck with your project in Wicklow.
I hope you're doing better than us.
Yeah, we hope you're making better progress, faster progress than us.
Thanks everyone. Like we said before, these things just arrive unexpectedly for us in the post, and so it's just really delightful, isn't it?
Really, really live. Every day's Christmas here.
Yeah, it really is. We'll see you guys Friday, 8 p.m. at GMT for that live stream. It's going to be so much fun. It was really fun last time, wasn't it? So we're looking forward to it, and we'll still have a video out Sunday too. Who knows what we'll be up to? More shenanigans, no doubt. More bumpery.
100%.
See you next time, guys.
See you, folks.
Woohoo! We seem to woohoo in lots of videos.
That's all we got.
All we got is a woohoo.
We don't have a home, don't have any money, we just have lots of woohoos.
We can woohoo. That feels really good.
Nothing
Feels really good. I'm the cotton-headed muggins this week. I can't remember anything.
You've got to hurry up on my notes.
Okay,
I'm going
okay.
to attack.
Okay.
Ever-present threat of the Grim Reaper breathing down your neck.
We're not that old.